Archaeologists excavating in Kebet el-Rai in southern Israel discovered a clay vessel bearing the biblical name Jerubbaal. The archaeologists postulate that the clay vessel could have belonged to Gideon, son of Joash, who vanquished the Midianites. If you find this video interesting, please like and share with friends on social media. If you are new here, please subscribe and enable notifications so you don't miss future uploads. Without further ado, let's get started. Archaeologists digging in southern Israel may have found the name of Jerubbaal, the scourge of the Midianites, on a broken fragment of Judges-era clay pot. The inscription in primitive alphabetic writing from the time of the biblical Judges was found in Kebet el-Rai near Kiryat Gath in southern Israel. The extremely rare inscription written in ink on the fragment of clay pot apparently bears the name Jerubbaal. The Israel Antiquities authorities reported that whatever else the pot may have said is lost to the mist of time. But that is a name known from the biblical book of Judges, and the inscription is roughly from the time of the Judges, about 3,100 years ago. The coincidence is intriguing. The shard with the rare ancient writing was found in a subterranean storage pit that had been lined with stones. The vessel was quite small with a capacity of about a liter. The archaeologists therefore speculate that it held a precious liquid such as a perfume or medical concoction, and that it may have belonged to a man named Jerubbaal, making it Jerubbaal's pot. Kebet el-Rai is being excavated under the direction of Professor Yossi Garfinkel of the Hebrew University, Sir Ganon at the Israel Antiquities Authority, and Dr. Carl Keimer, as well as Dr. Gil Davids of Macquarie University in Sydney, Australia. The name was written in an ancient alphabetic script, which derived from the earliest alphabetic script known, as opposed to cuneiform or hieroglyphics, which had apparently been invented by Canaanite merchants or slaves working in or with ancient Egypt around 4,000 years ago during the Middle Bronze Age. The theory is that they invented phonetic letters because learning to write in hieroglyphics in adulthood was too onerous or difficult. Very few inscriptions from such distant reaches of history have been found, but a handful exist from the late Bronze Age, mostly from the town of Lachish, a mere 4 kilometers from Kebet el-Rai. The writing was deciphered by epigraphic expert Christopher Rolston of George Washington University, who discerned the letters Yod, Resh, Beit, Ayin, Lemd, and formed Jerubbaal, that is, Jerubbaal. The original inscription had been longer but is lost, the archaeologists concluded. As for whom Jerubbaal may have been remains unclear, but they claim he could have been anybody. But based on timing and location, the archaeologists believe that he may have been none other than the biblical figure Gideon, also known as Jerubbaal, son of Joash, the Abiezrite, whose activities are described at length in the book of Judges. It is pertinent to add that the inscription from the period of the Judges, about 3,100 years ago, are extremely rare. This is the first time the archaeologists say that the name Jerubbaal has been found in an archaeological context. It is interesting to note also that the inscription was in Canaanite script. Hence, it is possible that Jerubbaal, the protective owner of the pot, was simply a Canaanite. The biblical story in Judges chapter 6 tells of an angel joining Gideon beneath a terebinth tree owned by his father Joash. Gideon praises the angel over the Lord's forsaking of the people of Israel and abandoning them to the rule of Midianites. The angel explains that the Lord wants Gideon to save Israel from the Midianites. The man demurred that he was the least significant person in his family, which belongs to the least significant clan, Manasseh, but was assured that the Lord will be with him, and thou shalt smite the Midianite as one man. Gideon makes an offering of meat and bread to the Lord, who accepts it. And that night the Lord tells him, Take thy father's young bullock, even the second bullock of 7 years old, and throw down the altar of Baal that thy father hath, and cut down the grove that is by it. Judges chapter 6 verse 25. And that Gideon did, anecdotally, burning the bull as an offering using the wood of the figurine. The infuriated townspeople demanded Gideon's head, but Joash suggested that Baal be left to defend himself, which, as we know, did not happen. Therefore, on that day he was called Jerubbaal, saying, Let Baal contend against him, because he had broken down his altar. Judges chapter 6 verse 32. This then is the putative Jerubbaal. Whether the pot belonged to him, we cannot tell for sure, but it is an intriguing theory. Sir Gannon of the Israel Antiquities Authority tends to the theory that he did, on the grounds of his interpretation that the syllables Jeru stem from the ancient root of Rev, in the sense of fight, not rabbi. One of the researchers, Gannon, says he broke Baal's altar according to biblical narrative, or alternatively, it could be interpreted as Baal will judge him, which obviously did not happen. So what do you think about this breaking news story? Let me know in comment section. For more interesting stories like this, please check the video display here and the playlist on the side. Don't forget to like this video and share with friends and family on social media. If you are new here or have not subscribed yet, kindly subscribe now and enable notification so you don't miss out. Thank you very much for watching.